About 10 years ago, I realized that there were different energies in my core of who I am, and I would respond or react accordingly to which was most powerful and alive in a moment. We all carry these patterns, and they show up in different seasons of life. There are ways of loving, leading, knowing, and also protecting. These patterns are across cultures, and we call them archetypes. They're not necessarily a personality type, but more rather it's an energy that we all as human beings hold, regardless of our gender or where we've been born. In psychology, especially the Jungian tradition, archetypes are understood as these universal images in the psyche, part of what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious. They are deep templates our minds and hearts keep reaching for. And then Joseph Campbell mapped many of these patterns through the hero's journey, the outward arc of leaving, facing trials, finding treasure, and then returning changed. And Maureen Murdoch expanded the map with her book, The Heroine's Journey, an inward arc of reclaiming wholeness, healing splits, and integrating what we had to exile in order to survive or succeed. Together, they remind us some journeys are about conquering dragons out there, and then there's others about bringing in lost parts of ourselves and welcoming them back home. Archetypes guide both. So let's name the 4 archetype energies: lover, sovereign, magician, and warrior. Each carries masculine and feminine currents, not tied to a male or female, quote, body, but to qualities. Masculine tends to be focused, directional, protective. Feminine tends to be connective, receptive, and generative. A mature person learns to access both through all 4 energies. Lover energy is the capacity to feel, connect, and be alive to life. Masculine lover expression often shows up as devotion, presence, passionate pursuit, loyalty, deep embodiment. The feminine lover expression often shows up as radiance, receptivity, tenderness, delight, sensuality, and creativity. Same energy, 2 currents. Both bring us into intimacy with the world, with others, and with ourselves. Shadow lover chases highs, numbing out, people-pleasing, losing oneself. But the mature lover is present, connected, able to enjoy without being owned by desire. Sovereign energy is your inner throne, the part that stabilizes, blesses, and takes responsibility. The masculine sovereign expression looks like benevolent leadership, clear structure, protection of the whole. Feminine sovereignty is this expression that looks like nurturing authority, generativity, wise stewardship, holding community with warmth. These energies say, I will lead in the service of life. Now, the shadow sovereign is tyranny, control, entitlement, or collapse, avoidance, indecision. Mature sovereign is calm and centered. There's clear boundaries and generous care. Magician energy is the seer, hearer, and meaning maker. Masculine magician expression often shows up as clarity, strategy, pattern seeing, teaching, skillful, and intuition. Feminine magician expression often shows up as intuition, deep listening, dream wisdom, soulful, healing insight. Both currents help us translate chaos into understanding and guided transformation. Shadow magician is going to bring manipulation, superiority, criticism, hiding behind knowledge. Mature magician energy is a truth teller with humility, wisdom, and consistent action. Warrior energy is the capacity to act with courage and clean force. The masculine warrior is expressing discipline, protection, decisive boundaries, focused action. The feminine warrior expression is sometimes called the huntress energy, showing up as a fierce clarity, clean anger, boundary keeping, protecting what is vulnerable. Same energy, moving towards what matters without abandoning the heart. The shadow warrior is aggression, domination, chronic armor, or fear of action. Mature warrior brings the energy of being brave, steady, right, and aimed. Wholeness isn't choosing one archetype. It's integrating all four to feel with the lover, to lead with the sovereign, to see with the magician, and to act with the warrior. The hero's journey and the heroine's both depend on this: outward strength and inward integration. Which archetype is most alive in you right now? And which one is asking to be welcomed? The real journey is integration.